Hey guys, it's Melted Gore here. I'm doing another setup slash collection thing. It's pretty much a collection of everything else I own. Some stuff's missing from it, like my 360 games isn't there. I obviously don't go through my Blu-ray collection or my Xbox One collection because I've done separate videos for those. I recorded it all on my iPhone because my camera's out of batteries. I currently don't have a license and didn't want to bother somebody for a ride just to get batteries, so I used my iPhone because I really wanted to do this video and get it done. So I'm sorry my phone runs out of space a couple times. I get a phone call, so it gets interrupted a couple times, so it cuts at a few points, but it'll be okay. You don't really miss anything. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Check it out. Alright, so here is my new stand. If you remember my old video, I had a much shittier corner stand that was kind of unstable and didn't have enough room, but I got this one super cheap. It was awesome. I kept these cubes here. We'll go through these first. So up top, I have a Genesis and a Genesis 3, which need to be dusted. I'm going to go through and dust all these. And so I've got those two. They're not hooked up just because, sorry, my finger keeps getting in the way. They're not hooked up because I have another Genesis with the Sega CD and stuff plugged in. So I'll get to that in a bit. Down here is kind of like just a general accessories thing. I have a PS1 multi-tap, an NES Advantage, a PS Vita, like an extra charger, and then, which I have another one of those in another section of my setup, I think. Two Move chargers. If anybody knows me well, they know that PlayStation Move is my favorite motion. It's fantastic. Oh, it's so much fun. So it's nice to have these. These are actually brand new because I don't actually have a PS3 right now, which sucks. But I have a PS3 controller, the Move set, and a camera. So it's nice to have two of these because I can charge both of these and then two of the smaller secondary sticks. I forgot what they're called, but down here I have a really kick-ass Sony official PS1 flight stick, which is awesome. The only thing that sucks is these are just not attached anymore because it broke off. Same with that one, but it still works perfect. It's awesome to play air combat with that, and it's really cool. I'm super excited that I have that. I have a Wii wheel and a Super Scope for Super Nintendo. I don't actually have the gun, but I got the sensor for free and I got the Wii wheel for free. I have a second Super Nintendo controller here, and then down below I have two N64 controllers here, and then I've got some really cool strategy guides, some magazines like Game Fan, which is a great magazine. I wish I subscribed to it as a kid, but I love it now. Like, they're so awesome, and I know I've talked about these before, but they went so in depth with games, and this one's Final Fantasy VIII, which I love that game. I'm trying to find the... Look at this, Rayman. Oh, it's just so cool. They've got awesome art. Resident Evil 2. This is a really great magazine to have, this one specifically, because it has so many cool games in it. Soul Calibur, I love that game. It shows all these coming soon games. I'm trying to get to the... It's just such a cool game, or magazine. There's even a Japanese section. And these are actually, like, really hard to get, which kind of sucks, but they are awesome. I definitely want to get more. I'm having the worst time trying to find this centerfold thing. Oh, there's Jade Cocoon. I fucking love this game. I love Jade Cocoon. It was so great. Damn it, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. Oh, I saw an Army Men Sarge's Heroes ad. Here it is. Look how cool they did this. Like, they went, when they had a featured game, like, they went so in depth with it. So, like, it starts here, has this really cool art and shit. Oh, it's just, this magazine's really cool. Grandia, Suikoden 2. Like, there are just very iconic games in this magazine, so having this one is fantastic. And it's in pretty great shape. Dino Crisis. But, Pac-Man World, Jade Cocoon, there's another fold-out, which is awesome. It's got a lot of my favorite games in the same magazine, which is just really cool. But, yeah, so I'm trying to find the... There's one page back here that's kind of jacked up. Actually, the last two, which is kind of unfortunate. If anybody has any game fans, I'll buy them from you, possibly. Let me know in the comments if you have any, and what your price would be per magazine, or if you have a bunch, whatever. So, game fan, this really cool strategy guide for Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which I never actually played on the N64. And the Front Mission 4, which is a great game. It's a cool strategy guide to have, just because I never use strategy guides for games. I feel like it's kind of like cheating. Regardless if you want to max it out, I feel like people shouldn't use them because they're kind of dumb in my opinion. But I like collecting the old ones. Here's another cool one, Crash Bash. That was a great PS1 game. And then my favorite one that I own is Donkey Kong 64. This was a hard one to get, because it also has, the fold-out map here in the center still. Which is really hard to find them with that still, because a lot of people tore them out so they could lay them out on their floor or whatever when they played. And then I have a couple limited editions. I got the Titanfall one brand new, Watch Dogs brand new, and then Grand Theft Auto 5. So it's kind of cool to have these limiteds. I got them for free from my friend that works at GameStop. He has a ton more strategy guides he wants to sell me. He's selling me like a shit ton of strategy guides for like $100 or so. And there's like a ton, and there are a lot of good games like Pokemon and stuff, which are hard to come by. We'll go up here now. So here's my purple N64 with blue controller. The only thing that sucks about this blue controller is that little piece of plastic's broken. It still works fine, it's just annoying. Back here is a PSP. It has the charger and the God of War PSP in there. I use that one to play. I have another one complete in box that's like mint. I use the Kratos God of War one because the red backing's all chipped up. Those limited edition PSPs did that, so it's kind of, so I use that one. We have a Super Nintendo here, kind of yellowed. I'd like to get a replacement at some point. Super Nintendo controller, and then of course A Link to the Past. That's one of my new pickups that I don't think you guys have seen. Super excited about that. PS1 with a green Sony official memory card. I don't have a game in there right now. I usually always do. PS1's one of my favorite consoles. Here's the Genesis I was talking about. I have a regular Genesis controller, and then I have a Mega Fire. Just because they're two different controllers, I thought it'd be cool to have both. I have a Genesis 1, and then I have the Sega CD, which has Terminator in there, because I don't have a case for that game, unfortunately, because that game's pretty expensive. Sega Saturn here, I don't think I have anything in there. I haven't really played it much at all. I need to get a Dreamcast here. I have a Dreamcast complete in box, but I don't like to use my complete in box systems, especially when they're in as great shape as they are. I have this really awesome CRT TV. It's kind of like one of the newer ones. It even has like a USB port. It's pretty sweet. I mean, I don't use the USB port, but I have this here, which I haven't actually put anything in. I'm going to put some extra controllers in the back, and then when I'm playing a game, I'm going to put like the case in there. That way I keep stuff off like the floor. I have a PS2 in here. That's just a Nyko memory card. They're kind of hard to get, the Sony ones. I found a pack of the red and blue combo, brand new. So I'll probably end up just getting one of those and then continuing to use that one, keep them brand new. But the reason I have a PS1 up there and a PS2, honestly, is just because I like both. I'll probably, when I get a Dreamcast or something to fill a spot, I'll probably put that in my collection and then replace the PS1 up there with a different console, just because PS2 could play PS1. NES, of course, has nothing in there. The PS2 might have Battlefront, but I'm not going to check. GameCube, which is one of my favorite consoles as well. It was one of the first consoles. It's a little rough because it's hard to get a disc in there, but got a memory card, Nintendo official. It's very, very awesome, that console. It was the first console I bought, like, all by myself when I was a kid. And the first game I got was Star Wars Clone Wars and the Tetris bundle, and it was so cool. And I got a second controller, which was like a micro light blue controller. It's just really cool. I have the white clear limited edition original Xbox. I do have a Duke controller here. And I usually have the micro controller there as well. I like the Duke controller. I always thought big controllers were cooler. And it just feels a little more classic to me, but I always have the mini because I like to play Soul Calibur with friends and stuff, and they always prefer the mini. But I have my mini and my modded original Xbox. It's just a regular black Xbox that's modded with like old games and emulators and shit on there, hooked up to my big TV downstairs. That's where my mini controller is currently. So now we're gonna move up here, and I'm gonna show you over here. So here I keep boxes for stuff, so like controller boxes, merchandise stuff for Xbox One, a little cool keychain, and I have the lanyards for each game. This one I opened because I wanted one at the time. And then there's a Sunset Overdrive cozy thing, which is sweet. I kept this just because it was really cool. It was a day one 12-month membership, which came with a Shadow Jago character for Killer Instinct, and I just kept it because the card's pretty cool. And then I've got a couple, like that's just a, I think that's a code for a trial. Not sure what it's for. I think it's for like 7-day trial. It doesn't say. I think it's a trial though. It came with the plain charge kit bundle when I bought it. I have this cool skin, which I got for pre-ordering Halo 5. And then I have a ton of Peggle 2 codes. So if anybody wants one, let me know. And maybe I'll give you one. I use them for giveaways and stuff. And then I have 2 boxes here, which are my plain charge kit boxes. And I've got random stuff like a broken color I'm working on refurbishing, hopefully. Haven't gotten to it. Cards Against Humanity, my camera box. It's pretty messy right now. I still have this. I used to put my Xbox One collection in there, but now they're all downstairs on a shelf. I got a couple loot crates. I'm not a subscriber, but I buy them once in a while. And then that's all notes for game development, except for that stupid doodle. But yeah, it's pretty much all notes, expansion ideas, and stuff like that for F-Life. And then here's my dresser, which is a mess, but I keep all my pops there. And then these are signed copies of video games. So Peter Molyneux, the art director for Uncharted 3, I forgot his name, Richard something. And then Madden 07 signed, not by him though, it's another player with the same jersey name. The guy who sold it was friends with him, not that guy on the cover. Some other guy with the same number and the same first name, different last name. I got some new pops. I got Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket, Storm, Colossus, First Order Stormtrooper exclusive, which is sweet, Daredevil, which is a Target exclusive. Oh, here's a really cool Black Series Star Wars prototype armor Boba Fett. Down there, I have the Sand Trooper and Dewback pop, which is really cool. I really like the big pops. Hulk's back there, Captain America, Sheldon Cooper, Black Daryl Dixon, regular Daryl Dixon, Thor, Teddy Bear Girl, Michonne, Glenn, Rick Grimes. And then down here, kind of behind, I have Batman and the Joker, Nick Fury, and then Myrtle Dixon. So those are my pops. I'm going to do the subscription, the Pop in a Box subscription, because it'll be freaking sweet. I've got, these are my, well, I got a cool Donald Duck here. Gotta love Donald Duck. I got that when I went down to see Audrey in Philly, and I got her Daisy Duck. Here's a really cool Darth Vader piggy bank. Move that over here for now. Marvel Encyclopedia. MMA gloves when I used to do MMA. And then these are books for each of my Eagle Moss Marvel characters, which I'll show you those real quick. Under my desk, I have a Captain America bag. Oh, and there's Skylanders, and both by Skylanders. And then comics. Comics are back there. But Eagle Moss figures. These are really cool. I keep them in the boxes. I used to have them out on display, but that Moondragon's cape broke. Not sure how well. Focus, damn it. The cape on her neck broke. I'm trying here. Anyway. Her, like, the neck part broke there. But anyway, I'm not going to spend my time. I got Havoc, which is pretty sweet. Silver Surfer. This is the North Star Aurora, which is a cool double pack. Venom was my first one I ever got. I got Wasp. She's one of my favorites for sure. And then Iron Man, which is pretty sweet. I'll leave those there for now. Take care of them after this video. Oh, I'm selling this tablet. If anybody's interested, let me know in the comments. It's a Dell Venue Pro. I can't really show you it. Just Google Dell Venue Pro. It comes, it's still got the box and all the packaging. Keyboard, tablet dock, stylus pen, a USB DVD RW drive, and a back, like a hard case, and then this Targus bag, which has some of the stuff in it I haven't boxed up yet. But it's for sale for $600 on eBay. It works perfect. The reason I'm selling it is because I want to get an iPad Pro, because it's a little better for drawing on the go. I got some limited editions there, Dark Souls for $360, and then Batman, Arkham Knight, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty Ghosts, Hardened, Sniper, and then my Walking Dead Blu-ray limited editions. The head one's down there, which is crazy expensive now. And my Day 1 edition box. And then in here, my light for my closet. This is much different now. So I have a PlayStation Move gun. You know, one of those, which is complete. Sega Game Gear, which is complete. My TRS 80, I believe it's called. I can't remember now. I got some Saturn games chilling here, and behind those, these are all complete. Behind there is an N64 complete, which is pretty sweet. A Super Game Boy, which is complete, really cool. I want to get a second Super Game Boy to use for my Super Nintendo. I have a PS2 complete, which I really love this one because it's in such great shape. It's a fat PS2, I believe, yeah. And then a 360 Slim back there, complete. I have a regular white 360 downstairs with my Xbox One. There's an original Xbox complete and a Sega Dreamcast, which is like mint. I love it. It's perfect. Up here, I keep like boxes for stuff. Like there's my printer box, iPhone box, speaker box. I keep boxes for like everything now. Just a habit, I guess. I got a bunch of these support the veteran tags, and I have an Apple LLC, or 2C, I guess. I don't know why I always say LL. I got a little cool Frogger game thing, which is missing the back, unfortunately. I might just buy a new one to replace that. I got a ton of movie theater posters. This is really cool. It says Mark with a mouth. It's Deadpool's face and stuff. I made that on the computer, then I ordered it. I've been meaning to get it framed, but who has the time? I'm kidding. This is a Destiny poster, which is all fucked up. Not that I care. It's never going to go on my wall. some Walking Dead books in some of my yearbooks. I keep some of my just random stuff here. I have 3 broken 360s right now, but between the 3 I could get a working one. I have an extra hard drive here, just another PSP case. Doom shareware. I love Doom. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And then I keep some extra, these are Game Boy Color game inserts or Game Boy inserts, and then just some extra. Sorry about that, my phone ran out of space, so I had to make some. But yeah, just some extra manuals I got, and a lot. Some broken 360s. Between the 3 I can get a working one. Here's a case for a Wii U remote thing. I just have a bunch of random stuff down here. There's a Game Boy bag, which is really lame, but it's Nintendo official, so I got it. I've got a bunch of like replacement parts here. I have a couple of these Game Boy adapters that you can plug Game Boy Advances into GameCube. I need to refurbish them still. This is just an extra PS2 case. And then just some random accessories, broken controllers. Not broken, but need new analogs. Random official adapters, this stupid limited edition Lord of the Rings playing card thing. Another case for a Wii U remote. This is the back to that one. Some Ethernet cable, a couple PS1 controllers. This one's broken, but another one of those Game Boy things. A broken NES video cable, which kind of blows. This is a list of every PSP game. I'm trying to get all of those and all of the Xbox One games because PSP is really cheap to collect for. And then the Apple, the Frogger game, and yeah, so that stuff. Let's go up top. So I have a PS3 Move gun. One of those complete in box, and it still has the stickers, which is cool. Sega Game Gear, which the box is a little beat up, but the price I got it for, it wasn't bad at all. I got a, come on. It's a pain in the ass to get that back up there, sorry, because I have a poster laying on top. It's a Halo 5 poster for pre-ordering. And then my TRS-80 Radio Shack computer thing. It's an old microcomputer. I got some random Sega Saturn games here. I got Tomb Raider, and then I just got these super cheap just to kind of start my Sega Saturn collection. Those are the only Saturn games I own. I have this really cool, one of my favorite PS2 games is War of the Monsters, and I got this really cool standee display thing, which is brand new. I love that. Back here I have an N64 complete in box. I have a Super Nintendo Game Boy, or Super Game Boy for Super Nintendo complete in box. I want to get another one that's out of the box that I can have over there. And it does have the, I believe the book's still in there and everything. PS2 complete in box, which is in mint condition, which is sweet. And then a 360 Slim 250 gig, which is sweet to have. That's complete in box. I have a regular white 360 downstairs with my Xbox One. And then I have a Dreamcast. I don't think anything's behind that. Nope. This Dreamcast is like mint. It still has the bags and everything. It's awesome. This Xbox is awesome. This is complete with the styrofoam and everything. I'm very OCD. When I buy a complete system, it's got to have styrofoam. It's got to have all the original packaging. I don't care too much about the bags, but it definitely is a plus. Like the Dreamcast was perfect. Then here are some of my big box stuff, which I love. I love collecting big box computer games, but here is Mario Paint Super Nintendo stuff with the mouse and the mouse pad and stuff. That's complete, which is fantastic. This is one of the cooler games I own. Mario is missing. It's kind of a rare game. Goes for like 60, 70 bucks or so. It might even be more now. I didn't get it for that much. I got it pretty cheap. And then I have Doom 1, which is complete, and Doom 2. And D-Zone, which is just one of those shareware things. I need to get D-Zone 1 just to have it. I never really use those. Quake 2, Quake 2 Mission Pack The Reckoning, Quake 2 Mission Pack Ground Zero, which in my opinion is the best, and Quake 3 Arena. There was an expansion for Quake I need to get, and then I think there's one more for Quake 2. And then I might get Quake 4 just to complete an enemy territory. I don't like to collect the small boxes just because these ones are a lot cooler, but I might get it just to complete. And then I'll probably get Doom 3 as well, which I used to own all of those and don't now. I got an N-Gage complete in box. The phone itself, the N-Gage itself doesn't work, but it's complete. And the nice thing is, the box, finding one complete is really expensive and rare, but finding just the phone is cheap. So all I need to do is buy the phone as a replacement and swap it out. A Game Boy camera, which is kind of cool. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Original, which the tray that everything goes in is kind of ruined. There's a small tear there. Just the edge where the link cable goes on the tray is torn a little bit, so I'm probably going to sell that one and buy a new one. I got a brand new Dreamcast official memory card, which was surprisingly cheap. A yellow Game Boy Color, which is in like mint condition. I have the 25th anniversary Super Mario All-Stars pack, which is brand new, except a customer in the store opened it to look inside because they're idiots, but they are brand new. And then I have the Getting Up limited edition, which I never played the game, but that was a super cheap limited, and it's always cool to have a limited edition. And then I've got some clothes there, but I don't really wear them. I can't remember if I showed you this stuff because my phone ran out of room, but I'll show you again. This is it says Merc with a mouth. It's Deadpool. I drew this on my computer, and then I got it printed. I drew a bunch more. I did Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, and they're all pretty cool. I actually got inspired by something I saw online by another guy. Forgot his name. It's been years since I drew that. Ton of movie posters, some Walking Dead graphic novels, an extra Xbox One case, and yeah. So back up here, I have The Adventure of Link complete, Duck Hunt, and Mario Bros. Complete. I got them separate in their own boxes because I thought it was kind of cool. And then I also have the double. But I have Double Dribble, Excite Bike, Metal Gear, which I'm super happy I have that because it's pretty expensive. Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2, which I'm super excited to have both. River City Ransom, which is actually a pretty expensive game. I got a good deal on it. Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt with the book. Super Mario 3 and WrestleMania. And then only a couple Super Nintendo games. Another Mario Paint, and then Super Mario World. And then my N64 games, which I'm super proud of this collection. I have GoldenEye, of course. I'm not going to pull them out all the way because it's a pain. A Bug's Life, Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is awesome. Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64, Majora's Mask, which is awesome to have. Ocarina of Time, which is awesome to have. Mario Kart, which is awesome to have. All of these are. Mario Party 2, Paperboy, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, Super Smash Bros., Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and WrestleMania 2000. I love my N64 collection. I have almost every rare-ish title. I mean, there's a couple more crazy rare ones like that Turok Rage Wars Great Kart variant, but I have pretty much like all the Zeldas and all the Marios. I need like Mario Party and Super Mario 64 and stuff, but I love my N64 collection. And then here I have Frankenstein's Monster, which is for Atari, I believe. It's actually pretty rare, and I got it because it was in great shape. And then I have a Genesis out-of-box game, Comic Zone, not for resale version. I want to get it complete in box as well, just because I love that game. I have NBA Jam for Genesis. These are my Genesis games. Mortal Kombat 3. These are all complete with books. Pitfall. The Terminator. Sonic Spinball, which I love that game. It's fun. Risk. And this one's facing the wrong way. I got this for free, so don't judge me. Crystal Pony, whatever bullshit I'm never going to play. But I did get it for free. I have Pac-Man 1. Well, Pac-Man. I don't know why I said 1. And Miss Pac-Man for Atari, complete in box. This one's a little torn here, but they're in good shape, considering. F-Zero, the best of version, is sealed. Kind of cool. And Super Slam Dunk. So these are 2 more Super Nintendo games that are complete in box. And then I have some N64 games complete. World Is Not Enough, Command & Conquer. That's another big box game I want to collect. I used to have them all too, which is disappointing that I don't. NASCAR 2000, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which I do own up there, and Top Gear Rally. And then Game Boy games, Donkey Kong Lands, which is in mint condition, Kirby's Dream Land, which I want to get a better condition one, Yoshi's Cookie, Quest for Camelot, which I love this game back in the day. It was super fun. It was kind of like a copy of Zelda, but Uno. And then these are empty boxes, but they have the books in them. They're kind of beat up, but it's hard to come across the boxes, so I want to buy the cartridges and throw them in there to make them complete. Star Wars The New Droid Army, 10-pin Alley, I got that super cheap. World Championship Poker was super cheap. World Poker Tour is brand new sealed, and that was super cheap. Xevious, The Avenger, and a Yu-Gi-Oh game. And in my PS1 games, I'm just going to point out a few, but I'll go slow. Actually, I'll just do this. Yeah, I'll just hold it here. Air Combat, Ape Escape, Bushido Blade, Chocobo Racing, screw it, I'm just going to read them all. Command & Conquer Red Alert Retaliation, Crash 2, Crash 3, Crash Bash, Crash Team Racing PAL. I don't have Crash 1 yet, but these are the really cool, I don't know, yeah, you can see it there. These are the really cool, like, hollow covers, which are sweet. And then Die Hard Trilogy 2, Final Fantasy Tactics, Gran Turismo 2, Lego Racers, and Marvel Superheroes. This was really expensive, but I love that game. That was my favorite arcade game back in the day. One of them. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, Metal Gear Solid, one of my favorite games on PS1. MLB 2002, Namco Museum 1, which had Toy Pop, which was a fantastic game. NASCAR Heat, NBA Hoops, Quake 2, Rocket Power, Soul Blade, my favorite fighting game probably ever. Spec Ops, Airborne Commando, Spec Ops Covert Assault, Spec Ops Ranger Elite, those are super cheap. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, which is a crazy hard game. Star Wars Masters of Terrace Cost, sorry. EA Sports Motocross, Spyro the Dragon, which I don't have to tell you how good that is. Siphon Filter 1, Tom Clancy's Rogue Spear, awesome game, had some really cool missions. Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider Chronicles, and Tomb Raider Last Revelations. They're all insanely mint. It's awesome. I got all of them from the same guy for like $50. Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3. I got this random demo disc here, which is pretty cool. I do collect demos a little bit. I forgot to show you these ones. These are pretty sweet. I've never seen Sega Saturn demo discs, but yeah, I got a couple here. Virtual Cop, Virtual Fighter, sorry. Daytona, USA, and then Nights into Dreams samplers. So those were pretty cool. I grabbed them because I've never seen Saturn demos. Back down here, oops. I got some Dreamcast games. I don't have a lot of them. Championship, Surfer, ESPN, NBA Tonight, Expendables, which is a really cool game, NBA Hoops, NBA 2K, NFL Quarterback Club, whatever, and Test Drive. I got those because they were super cheap. And then a Sega Saturn sampler disc, which is pretty sweet. That should probably go up here with these. Actually, you know what? I can probably fit all those down here. And then these are my TRS-80 microcomputer games. Bust Out, Canyon Climber, Double Back, Space Assault, and then some books, Skiing, Shooting Gallery, and Double Back, with 2 out-of-the-box ones, Skiing and Shooting Gallery. my PSP complete in box, which is absolutely mint and complete. It's fantastic. I love it. My PSP collection. I'm not going to go through all these. I went through the PS1 because I love them, but I will point out some here. Like Ape Escape is sweet. I've got the Final Fantasies here. Dungeons and Dragons Tactics, the God of Wars, some Final Fantasy stuff. This Final Fantasy 1 is sealed, which is cool. Hot Shots Golf is actually a pretty good golf game. Luxor's fun. Marvel Nemesis, A Rise of the Imperfects is pretty cool. SOCOM, Secret Agent Clank, Patapon, Parappa the Rapper, which is sealed. I believe. I've got another game here that's sealed somewhere. Is it Monster? I don't know. But anyway, a couple sports and stuff like that. Virtual Beautiful Joe, which is a pretty fun game. Twisted Metal, Rainbow Six, and then TNA. I didn't have room to lay it down. And then I got a couple memory cards in here. An extra Dreamcast card. Another PS2. I do have a PS2 official card. That's cool. I didn't know that. PS1 card. And another PS1 card. Back there. Down here are my PS2 games. I have a Fight Club for PS2, which I unfortunately don't have the case for, but I got that disc for free from a friend. And I love that movie. It's my favorite movie, so I had to get it. Beyond Good and Evil, Devil May Cry 2, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, which was one of the first games I got. It's actually pretty fun. San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto, Harvest Moon, Save the Homeland, which is pretty good. Harvest Moon game. Kingdom Hearts 2, I still need to get number 1. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Jack 2, which is a pretty sweet game. I got a jam-packed demo disc for winter 2003. Lego Star Wars 2, Medal of Honor Rising Sun, which was one of my favorite games back then. Metal Gear Solid 2, Medal of Honor Rising Sun. Did I say that? Yeah. MLB and MLB 2006 and 2005 there. Mortal Kombat, MLB 06 The Show, NASCAR, Rock Band, I can never pronounce this right. Samurai Legend Musashi? Yeah, never mind, I pronounced it fine. My friend gave me these, 2006, 7, and 8, and 9 of the SmackDown vs. Raw, so it was kind of cool to have like a set of them. I'll probably never play them. SOCOM 3, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Starsky and Hutch, Tokyo Extreme Racer 3, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Trigger Run, which is sealed, Unreal Tournament, War of the Monsters, and then I have War of the Monsters demo disc. I told you I love War of the Monsters, so I got pretty much everything I could find. Genji, Neopets, The Darkest Fairy, and then NBA, which isn't sealed. It's still got the plastic on it, though, so I kept it. And then one of the network adapter discs, which I don't have the actual network adapter for, but PS3 games, I don't have a lot. Just the God of War collection, God of War 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Uncharted 1 and 2. And I do have Uncharted 3. It's signed up top on top of my dresser. I'd like to get another copy, though, so I don't have to use my signed one. 1080 Avalanche. These are GameCube. 1080 Avalanche, Battalion Wars, Ghost Recon, Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, Harvest Moon, Magical Melody, James Bond, 007 Agent Under Fire, Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, which is sick. I love having that. And then the Wind Waker, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, which I actually love that game. It's like the best golf game ever. Mario Kart Double Dash, Pac-Man vs. Pac-Man World 2, Resident Evil 4, which is fantastic, Soul Calibur 2, which is also fantastic, and Rogue Leader, Star Wars Rogue Leader. I need to refurbish that case still. And then up top, because I didn't really have the room there without squishing stuff, X-Men Legends 2. Wii stuff. I got this cool cleaning kit, just because it was cool. It was complete in box, and it's actually brand new. Yeah, it's actually brand new, so it's kind of cool. But my Wii games, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Super Sluggers, Rampage, Total Destruction. It's actually kind of fun arcade-ish game. Super Mario Galaxy, I really liked that game. Super Paper Mario, I wasn't a huge fan of that Paper Mario game. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is fantastic. This was a kind of interesting fighting game I'd never seen before. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. I've never seen it, but it's really cool because it has Frank West in it. He looks different there, but and I love Dead Rising. And the reason the sorry, I just got a call. The reason the Wii, PS3, Xbox, and the reason all of these like PS2 and stuff is kind of small. The reason these collections are kind of small. Damn it, my phone's being crazy. Is because I used to sell my games to get like the next console when I was a kid. But anyway, so I'm still rebuilding. And then Wario Land, Shake It, I believe. Yep. So yeah, now Xbox, original Xbox, which is pretty sweet. I'll go to this one first. This is an SSX Tricky case, but it has Chronicles of Riddick in it. It came in a lot, and it was just a mistake on their end, but I didn't care enough to return it because it was in a lot. 007 Agent Under Fire, Blink, The Time Sweeper, Bloodwake, Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood, Cell Damage, Crash the Wrath of Cortex, Crazy Taxi 3, Crazy Taxi is always fun, Def Jam The Fight, ESPN 2K5, Full Spectrum Warrior, Fusion Frenzy, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare, Halo 1, Halo 2, the Steelbook, but it's in terrible shape. I need to get a new one. And then Halo 2. It came in a lot. Max Payne 1 and 2. I gotta fix that because it's off-centered. And then Max Payne 2. Mech Assault 2. Another. We get 2 copies of Medal of Honor Frontline. Platinum hits in the regular. Again, I ended up getting a duplicate from getting a lot of games, but since I had the Collector's Edition and the regular, I figured I'd keep both. Mercenaries, Midnight Club Dub Edition, which you have to have that. That was a launch game, you know what I mean? Need for Speed Carbon, Nightfire, one of my favorite games. I actually played it mostly on GameCube back in the day, because it took me a long time before I actually got an original Xbox. Wolfenstein, Tides of War, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Rainbow Six Lockdown, Rainbow Six Critical Hour, Soldier of Fortune 2, Spider-Man, Soul Calibur 2 again, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, SSX 3, Thrillville, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, which is basically a re-release on Xbox of Tony Hawk 1 and 2 with extra maps, True Crime, Streets of LA, Need for Speed Underground 2, which should not be there. Be there. Unreal Tournament 2. And then over here I have a 360 Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Atlas Limited Edition 360. My other 360 games are downstairs. I have Mass Effect 3, which is brand new. I don't have a lot. Red Dead Redemption, stuff like that. So I don't have a lot there. But that is pretty much it. I do have a, let me actually do this. Let me stop this and flip you around so I can actually see myself. Alright, so I got you guys stood up again. But I ordered a copy of Pokemon Coliseum, which is complete in box. I'm super excited for that because it's like mint, and that game is hard to come by. I got it for like $3, which is sick. So I'm super excited about that. And let's see what else. Oh, and I got a copy of Pro Evolution Soccer 2015 for Xbox One for like $3 on Amazon. It was like a crazy sale. It was nuts. So I'm happy I got that. And then what else have I been buying? I started playing Marvel Legendary, which is a great board game. A very good game. I love Marvel, of course. So I have Marvel Legendary, I have the Guardians of the Galaxy expansion, Paint the Town Red expansion, and Dark City expansion. So if any of you guys have played it, that's where I'm at. I plan on getting more, but I want to play through the Dark City expansion because that's the one I just got, and I have a ton of heroes to play with still. Me and my brother, his friends, my friends, we play it. It's a pretty awesome game. Check it out. And it is one player, so and it works well one player, actually. It's kind of cool. But anyway, guys, I'm going to talk to you later. Sorry this went a little long. Or whatever, but yeah. And again, if you want to buy that tablet, let me know. Maybe I'll hook you up with a deal. It's $600 right now on eBay. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. Again, it's $600. I just said that. Jesus. I'll give you a link if you ask. I'm not gonna like put it in my description and sell it, but yeah, if you're interested, just let me know. Maybe I'll give you a deal or something. And shipping will be free. But anyway, guys, hit that like button if you watch the whole thing. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my new setup. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more, if you want me to do them more often, or whatever. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hit that like button, like I said. It cut off a little bit in that ending there, but my phone ran out of space again. I have a lot of music on my iPhone. But yeah, so subscribe too. I'll talk to you later. Stay melted, everyone.